Okay, hello and welcome, Chris here, and I just want to do a quick demonstration video for the Facebook Gold Digger software, which is going live this Monday 9th June on JVZoo. So the basic idea behind Gold Digger is that with Facebook ads, people target ads based on things that people like, based on interests and fan pages that people have liked in the past. So if you want to sell, for example, a video game, you'll want to target people who like that particular games console, or people who like games similar to the one that you want to sell. In this particular case, I've got fan pages here open which relate to music and which relate to the creation of music and the creation of beats, which is like a sort of hip-hop music, I guess you'd call it. And I'm going to look at these fan pages and try and understand them better. And in the process, I'm going to work out which fan pages I want to advertise to. So the basic pitch with Gold Digger is that it lets you understand these fan pages, predict which ones are going to perform best when it comes to advertising, before you spend your money, and also it will allow you to get intel and information on the people who like those pages so that you can tailor your ad better and generate a better return on investment. So each Gold Digger page each search that you do is called a session, and by default it's just the name of the page, but we can easily change it. So let me just change this to beat making music search, and you can see that it just changes. The first thing that we can do is we can enter custom keywords. So I've pre-built a list that relates to the product that I want to sell, and this is actually a niche that I used to sell in, which is selling sort of sound packs or sample packs as they're called, for budding musicians and producers. So these words here, if you were a musician or a producer, you would look at these words and understand them, and these are the kind of words that people basically would enter if they were, the kind of person that would buy a music kit. The second thing is that we have the page names. You can basically just put in either the names of the pages that you're thinking of targeting and advertising to, or you can put in the ID numbers. You can also exclude particular words if you want, and you can only also restrict the searches to a particular minimum number. So if you, for example, put the word beat in here, then let me just type it in, you'd probably get like 50,000 pages that include that word. So you could just sort of restrict it to the minimum of pages that have at least 100,000 people. But I'll just remove that and I'll just click find pages, and you'll see that within a few seconds all of the pages that I've entered have appeared here. You can see that we've got the title of the fan page, we have the total number of fans, we can exclude a particular page by clicking this button, or we can get more information on the page by clicking the I button. You can see it's just a bit of additional information that helps us understand what the page is about. So I'll just scroll through, make sure that I'm happy with all of these pages. Any I don't like, I just click this button and they disappear. And then once I'm happy with those pages, what I do now is I just click load posts from all 6 pages, and the software will basically go off and do its thing. And as you can see, it's just going through all the posts and all the comments. And the first thing it does, just to explain, is that it will go through all of the comments that have been made on that page and all of the posts that have been made on that page, and it will look for these keywords here, because these are basically the keywords that I've decided to describe my product. So the more people who use these keywords, these custom keywords, the better fit it's likely to be for the thing that I want to sell. So you can see very quickly it's already returned our data. And by the way, this interface will change. This is kind of a rough interface, for JV demo purposes, but it should give you an idea of how it works. We can order by lots of different things here. We can order by likes or talking about total engagement or whatever we want to do. I'll just switch it over to likes. We can also export all of this data in a CSV, but you can see that within a few seconds it's got 500 posts and comments analyzed. So we've got this first page here. There's over 500,000 people who like the page, over 5,000 people who are talking about it, 560 people are engaged, and these people have either liked a particular post or have tagged someone else in a particular post. You can see that 38 people have shared the particular page, or rather comments within the page. And this number here, this is an interesting number. These are people who are buyers. So these are people who use buyer keywords. So for example, if I commented on a post on a page and said I bought this, it was great, or I purchased this, or I subscribed, any of those words would trigger as one of the buyer keywords, and it would appear towards this percentage. We also have the number of people who use positive words such as happy, successful, brilliant, great, and there's about 30 of those, versus the number of people who use negative words such as complaint, angry, upset, things like that. And basically glancing across all of this, we can get a very rough sense for how engaged the page is, how many likes there are, how engaged the users are, how much they share posts on the page, how many buyers are on the page, and also whether those buyers are happy or sad, basically. So if I scroll down the page, you can see that, for example, this page here has got 0.3% of the people are potentially buyers, versus this page here, which has got only 0.1%. Likewise, if I take my custom keywords, which I've put in over here, you'll see that by far the highest custom keyword result is this one here, which is the All-Rounder Productions, which is basically, he's like a music producer who sells his music and his beats. So it stands to reason that, this guy here is going to be a very good target for me if I want to sell this kind of a product. So he's probably the first person that I would advertise to. So there's kind of three sections here I want you to look at. The first is just a general overview, which gives us total number of likes, people who are talking about the page, total engagement, and people being tagged, number of shares, number of buyers in the page, and whether people are positive or negative about the page in general and its posts. And that's kind of the first section. The second section are these custom keywords which I've got over here, and the idea behind this is that you basically describe your product and enter words that relate to the product. So if you were selling like a fat loss guide, you'd put in words like diet, lose weight, lose fat, recipe book, zero carb. If you were selling a computer game, for example, that was like, let's say, an action game, you might put action, PlayStation 3, adventure, and then names of similar games to the one that you want to sell. And the idea is that the more that you describe your product, and the more a particular page has got people who use those words as comments on those posts, the more likely it is that those people are going to want to buy your product. So it's very simple logic, but of course, I think it makes total sense. So that's the second cool thing about the Gold Digger software. The third thing is that we can basically see a list of the most commonly used words under all of the posts and comments on that particular page. So you can see on, let me just actually switch over to, for example, this page here. You can see that this is like a list of all the possible words that people are using on posts and comments on that page. You can see studios are used, beat, like, make, Mac. Mac's an interesting one actually, and you probably wouldn't know this. Basically, this software doesn't currently work on Mac. So the reason that this is appearing is because people are posting and saying, well, yeah, the software looks great, but I can't actually use it on Mac, basically. Let me just scroll back up to the top one. Premium, this guy here is selling beats. He's got like selling his music. He's got like different licensing options. You can see license and lease appears a lot, which is very good because this is basically him selling music, and the people using these words are buyers, basically. We've got the word premium, which is he offers like a special premium license. Of course, the word beats, which is what he's selling, and a few other words. But the idea behind this is that you can look at all of these words, and based on those words, you can then change your ad copy. You can, use an ad that basically talks to your audience and uses these words in your advertising and marketing materials. And it's just a really cool way of getting additional intel and trying to understand your market better. And basically putting all of this together, it's a very quick and easy way to work out exactly what your target market is thinking, which fan pages to target, which fan pages are going to convert best for you, and also what kind of ad copy to use with your Facebook ads. So just to summarize, Facebook Gold Digger is the only software that gives you this data. The data that it gives you allows you to see how engaged and get a general overview of each fan page and interest that you're thinking of targeting. It allows you to enter words that describe the product that you want to sell, and then see exactly which fan pages and which interests contain most of those custom keywords, so that you know that those fan pages are going to be the best match for your particular offer. And then finally, it allows you to get an overview of all the words that are used on that particular page, so that you can then use that intel to customize your marketing and of course your Facebook ad copy to appeal best to that particular niche. So just to summarize, Facebook Goal Digger lets you find out which fan pages are likely to convert best before you run your ad. It lets you get a sense of which fan pages are likely to be the most engaged and susceptible to your particular offer that you want to promote. And finally, it gives you very good intel about which kind of words and interests your fan page is likely to have. So that's pretty much it. It goes live this Monday 9th June. There'll be more videos, more demonstrations, more information about the software. And also, of course, all of this is only rough. We've literally just got the back end done, and the design is now working on a much prettier version with a new layout and that kind of stuff. But this should give you an idea of exactly how it works. So thanks for watching, and I will speak to you soon.